So welcome back. Today I'm trying something different. I'm using Cricut. So I'm going to put it's a embeddable and you can edit this code. So if you want to try to edit it, you can. I will put that in my blog also. I will link both of them in the video's description below. Alright, so today we're talk about dict or dictionary. This is another important data type. It is commonly used, like a list, and a little bit more commonly used than the tuple. So let's start off with what is a dictionary. So dictionary is a collection which is unordered, changeable, and indexed. So what that mean is it doesn't really have a specific order. It is changeable, so unordered is unlike a list. It is ordered. That's how you can get an index number. It's changeable, means you can edit elements. You can add, modify, delete elements in a dict, where unlike tuple, you basically cannot do anything once they are created. In Python, dictionary are written with curly bracket, like this. And then they all have key and values. So it says key values pair. So recall that when you have a dictionary probably had something like this. Most basic dictionary. So example of human dictionary. Okay, so here's an example. So for example, if I have so if I have a thing, let's say English. It's a word. It's probably going to give you a definition saying English, and the definition it's a language used in many countries. Yeah, that's probably the most simple dictionary. It's a word and then definition pair. Similar in Python, it is key and value pair. It's like a hash map, if you know what I'm talking about. Don't worry if you don't know. I'm not going to go too deep into hash maps. Hash table, excuse me. Or similar. Alright, so let's start out by how to create a dictionary. So to create a dictionary, you can use, you can say this. So I can say a dict. A dict equals curly bracket. I can say A1, B2, C3, D4. Alright, so that's a really simple dictionary. If I choose to print a dictionary, try and make a font a little bit bigger so you can all see it. And then you can see this is the output. Alright. It's pretty simple so far, right? Okay. Let's write something. So how do I access the element? For example, how do I access the element where key is B? How can I do that? Well, you're still going to use bracket notation, just like tuple and list. But the difference is, since it's not really that, you cannot access the index number, instead you use a key. So for example, if you want to print out, so for example, if you want to find where in this dict where is value, what is value B, can run that. Let's go ahead run. Indeed, you see 2 print out. Okay, so that's how what we can do using it. So create a dict, and let me remove this, and this is get an element, bracket notation, So yeah. So this B is the key. And another way to get elements is you can use get. It's a method. So you can say get an element using .get. It's similar. So I can say print a dict .get. Let's use a different value. Let's see C. Since you see 3 get print out, because it's similar. It just means equal. I mean, it literally means it's the same thing as this, except there get the key C. Alright, so that's how you get an element using get. Okay, so that's how you access the element. Let's talk about how could you add new elements. So to add an element, what you can do is you can use the following notation. So it's like dict name, new key, equals new val. So that's how you can use it. It's dict name is not defined. Alright, so let's see how can we use it. So if I want to add a new element scene, such as say if I want to add element E, what I can do is this, and then I can say a underscore dict bracket E, and then I can assign new value, let's say 5, and then if we print out new dict after adding the element, as you can see now E5 get added to the dict. Alright, now you can also modify elements. So for example, if I accidentally typed 6, and how can I change the value where key is E to 5? So it's follow the alphabet order, in case you didn't find out yet. It's alphabet order. So if we run that again, you see absolutely nothing because I didn't say print here. What happened is it literally do the same thing as add a new element, but instead say, okay, E is already defined, but seems like the value is different. So let me go ahead and redefine the value corresponding to that key. And now indeed is E get print out. EX is 5 as its value. Alright, you can also delete elements if you want to. To delete an element, no, you're not going to use bracket notation. We're going to use a way called pop, a method called pop. So, for example, if you want to, okay, let me just completely remove the. I still don't like it. I just like for number. First for letter. What you can do is you can use dictionary name, variable name dot pop, and then your key here. And then if you want to print out a dict, okay, yeah, excuse me, I will remove E. And now you see E get removed. Alright. Pretty good so far. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce you to some other useful method. So first method we're going to introduce is remove all elements. So basically, if I say a dict dot clear, I won't print out a dict again, you just see an empty bracket or empty list. But I don't really want to do this because just in case I want to save it. So how to make a duplicate? How to make a duplicate of a list? Dict. So what you can do is you can use dict2 equals a dict. and print out dict2. Alright, so we tried that. Alright, it's working. But there's a problem. When I try to print out dict2 here, what you see is an empty bracket because clear is still because when you're using clear method, it's when you're using this method like this is still reference to the original dict. So whatever you do to this dict is same thing to this dict. So don't do this. Don't do this. What you should do instead is use .copy. So you can say dict2 dict2 equals a dict .copy, and then if you try that again, indeed you saw the original array print out, but a dict is already empty. Alright, next we're going to talk about is items. So this item is tuple for each key value pair. So how can I do that? Well, if I say dict2 dot items, it's gonna print this out. And what you see is it's a list. First it's a list, then it's a tuple. Stored inside is 4 tuple, which correspond we have 4 elements, which the first the index number 0 in every tuple is a key. In position number, index number 1 is every value. Okay, so that's how we use items. You find out this is really useful when we're using for loops, which I'm gonna talk about later in this series. Actually, probably gonna talk about in next video. So that's how you can get key value pairs. Actually, or if you also there's another way is if you want to get all values, get all values in dict, what you can do is dict2.values. This is another method built in, and then in the cell list with all the value get print out. Alright, so that's all I think is the most useful message. There's still some more, which is available on my blog if you want to check it out. It's stevwithmeblog.blogspot.com. Excuse me. This will also get embedded to there if you want to. And lastly, thanks for watching, and I will see you in next tutorial, next video. Thanks very much.